All right. Let me take this other cam off to the side. There we go. Yeah. Oh, okay out there. Well, I'm only going to be live for a few minutes here. I posted a video up just a few minutes ago that's a shout out to Thomas Collins. I wanted to make sure that people that are following my channel get to see it. And to be on the safe side, I thought, well, I'll go live for a few minutes just to uh, make sure everybody gets a chance and that I spread the word. Anyway, Thomas Collins was attacked on the video of somebody that put a camera in his face at a town meeting. He was there recording the meeting for all of us people out here that depend on him to get a honest account of what goes on at a little place called Otter Creek, Florida. And for doing that, he was being called a peeper. And it happens to be by somebody that attended that meeting at the time. Well, obviously, because they had a camera stuck in his face the whole time. And I thought it was unfair and just uncouth for somebody to do something like that. And this young man has done his very best to help the people around that area. He lived in that town for 10 years when he was a young man in his teens. And he lives just a mile or so, or maybe two at the most, I think, outside of that little town on the blacktop. And he's over there almost every day doing something. Hi there, Deb. Hi, Stats. I'm on here to give a shout out to Thomas Collins. I don't know how many of you know him, but he was attacked by video the other day by one of those Kool-Aid drinkers. That woman was sitting not too far from him in the front row and decided to take his picture, and she kept it in his face the whole time. And then called him a peeper, that he was one. And you could see kind of the surprise on his face, and he couldn't figure out what she was trying to do when he was sitting there. And she was upset because he was doing the little things that you do when you're a YouTuber, and he's been faithful about reporting the town meetings there in Otter Creek for all of us out here that watch his channel. And he does it clean. In other words, he doesn't make a lot of he doesn't comment about the things that are going on there. He lets the whole meeting go. He lets you make your decisions on it. He doesn't disturb it. He's probably been one of the better ones there, and he's learned the process of how to put up a YouTube. And I thought it was worthy to come on and back him up and let him know that there are people out here that appreciate what he's been doing all this time for us, the guys that are his subs. And what I'd like to do is see that as many of you guys as I can talk into it, I want you to go to the country life of Thomas Collins and give him a shout out. I want you to go on there and, if you would please, sub to his channel and start giving him some thumbs up. Let him know that we feel that his channel is worthy of being out there for us to see. That he should get attacked by somebody sitting down there that's a Kool-Aid drinker is uncouth and unreasonable for somebody to do something like that. That upset me, and I hope it upsets you guys. He didn't deserve that being called out like that. And she was the one that put a camera in his face, not the other way around. And you know what really gets me? For somebody that works in that position that she is down there, working for a guy that likes to put cameras in people's face. And in fact, on his property, he likes to film the neighbors coming and going. Now, you guys know who the heck I'm talking about. And I'm depending on you to stand up for this young man who's trying so hard. Now, let's see who's on here today. Debbie, Bill, Carol, Bonnie, Just me. Okay, just me. Uh, G- Gate Smasher, Debbie Ellis. I agree with you, Debbie. He is very respectful. Stats. I've met him. I've sat there on the end of the row. Look to the door, look behind you, or look at the show, and the crowd was his only options to look. Thomas has been sweet to us in person. Thank you, Stats. I didn't realize that you were there in the meeting, but now that I know, I'll know who to call out. Concerned Planet. Bonnie Zimlich. Living the Life with Thomas Collins. I was thinking it was the country life, but maybe you're right. Uh, Strat Lover. Hey, Ray. Okay, thank you. Here is what to search to find Thomas. Living the country life with TC. Well, Thomas Collins though is spelled out in it, but that might work. Exactly 100 on point. Thank you, Debbie Ellis. Kathy Wallace. Hello. Susan Maurer. Hey. Oh my. Well, there's more on here than what I thought. I didn't even announce that I was going to be on here today. And the only reason I did is because I wanted you to go over to my channel. And I did post on the channel my shout out to Thomas. I wanted him to feel a little better. He got his feelings hurt, and he shouldn't have. And, I got to hand it to that young man. He went out there and he was cleaning that town up and cleaning the ditches out of the stuff that had been thrown there for years. And he goes back and he checks on it and gives us a report about how clean things are. This is a guy that I have a lot of respect for. And I know that people are mad at him maybe from previous things that he may or may have not done. I don't know. All I know and can judge by is how he's been in the last little over a year that I followed him. I know he locked horns with our Kool-Aid guy out there, and they've been after him ever since. And the people that are around him are doing the same thing, and I'm sick and tired of the direction some of that is going. I've told over and over, I don't do things that way. I do not do things that way. And that's my biggest gripe with this Kool-Aid man. And I'm not sure why he does things like that, but when his minions go after these people out there, these innocent people, and start rubbing their nose in the ground and calling them names and posting about them, and they don't even have the sense that the Lord give a caterpillar if it really came down to it. It upsets me. It upsets me to the point I'm wondering why these people can call themselves Christians. I understand Christians aren't always perfect. It took me a lot of years before I straightened out, and I had to ask a lot of help from the Lord. And I pray every single day that he can make me better in the things that I do and say and think about. And something like this comes along and it starts tickling that orneriness that used to be in me years ago. And it's not fair. And I know better than to go after somebody like that, because I'm the one that posted a video the other day that said it doesn't do any good to go after people like that. You just have to walk away from them. They make it so hard. But they're right. They're right. You have to walk away from people like that. Let's go back to my subs here and see what's going on. It says morning, Ray. Oh, I forget. Okay. You're over there in Australia. Okay, Tina. Oh my. Is there, all in chat. Debbie Ellis, yes. Beverly Ray. I keep forgetting. Hello, Ray. Well, hello, Bev. Bill P. He's a narcissist. He is. And, it doesn't do any good to get mad at one of those guys or try to retaliate or get even at all. I forget about it sometimes, but all you can do, according to Dr. Phil, is to ignore it and walk away from it. Get away from somebody like that as quick as you can before you're encapsulated in their web. And I'm afraid in this past almost a year that I've followed what's going on in that little town, that some of that web of deceit got a hold of me in some way. And it's hard not to fight deceit. It is. It's very hard. One day till blindsided. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, listen, did you look at Two Lee's in a pod today on their channel? They put up the Christmas music for that little girl over there, and there's I think there's 3 songs, but it's worth going over and listening to, and leave some comments. Two Lee's in a pod. It's there. She just put it up there a couple hours ago. Oh, let's see. I like TC as a person. I just get the feeling like he's playing T-ball at Wrigley Field when it comes to politics in Otter Creek. Well, yeah, Thomas probably should stay away from any politics over there. And right now, politics, like anywhere, when you get involved in it, half the people hate you. It doesn't matter what side you're on. And for him, he's naive when it comes into how to play politics, I'm sure. I get asked all the time which side I'm on, and the heck of it is, I don't have a lot of faith in either party right now. And I'll tell you something, I feel bad for a country that has to put the kind of representatives up there to lead our country that's up there now. I don't know why some of us out here don't have more of a say in it, but it's become more and more clear that once a party gets a hold of a person, they put them up there and they shove them to the forefront. And it's too bad that that happens that way, but it does. And all we can do is make the best choice we can at the time. And it doesn't do any good not to vote, because all you're doing is voting for the winner, and it may be somebody you didn't want in there. So my advice, use your heart and what you know about the person and vote. Don't look at me to tell you, because there's too many people already hate me. I don't need the rest. Yeah, you know what they say, when you first practice to deceive, what a tangled web you weave, something like that. Yeah, Bonnie Zimnick, I do know that saying. And the reason is because it's hard to remember a lie, but it's not hard to remember the truth. And we do the best we can in this world of truth. There comes a time as you age where you won't know one way or the other, and let's hope you can use the words of wisdom before that day comes. And that's why I'm here. I'm on the tipping point of that day where maybe I can, maybe I can't. So we'll keep going as long as I can. Kool-Aid guy and his regime, not the sort of Christians I'm familiar with. Keep up the good work, Mr. Ray. I agree. It's hard. The environment I grew up in, my grandmother was the leading character in our family, and church was every Sunday, and we didn't go because we were told. We went because we enjoyed it. I don't know if kids of today can enjoy it because of the word of tech, or the world of technology has made it so hard to compete with that world. That this thing right here, it's extremely hard to compete with it. The Lord has his hands full with bringing people into the house. So keep that in mind when you're talking to your grandkids or kids. That was very nice what the Two Lees did. I agree with you, Debbie. Bonnie. Oh, let's see. What Deanna tried to do to Thomas was stupid. It goes beyond that. It didn't have too much to do with intelligence. That's for sure. Oh. Kathy says amen. Yeah, I believe that too. Amen. Oh, let's see what else we got here. Deanna has a few screws loose, doesn't she? Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. You got to feel sorry for her. She lives apparently on the Kool-Aid property out there, and she doesn't have a chance to really be on her own from what I can see. And so she is turned into one of the head minions. Obviously, she takes a seat behind George, and somewhere equal with maybe Willis, somewhere in that. I would guess. I don't know what their political stature are with the Kool-Aid Man. Yeah, I agree with you. Deanna needs to grow up. The world is watching. Oh, let's see. What else we got here? Rebecca Blizzard. Hello, Ray. Dude, I love you. Listen, I gave you a shout out the other day. You and little dude. And I seen that you said shout out back. So appreciate it very much. Glad to see you here on the channel. Oh, yeah. Little dude. Here's to you out there. It says here, Bonnie Zimnick. Hubby worked in the factory, GM factory as an electrician, but he can build and figure out anything. I'm just the gopher. My wife used to help me. I was in business back in my 20s and early 30s. And my wife could outwork some of the, well, not more than some of the guys that worked for me, most of them. But she was knowledgeable in everything in construction. So it'd be surprisingly how well she could do this stuff. She knew more about construction than I did when we got married. Her father was a carpenter. Concerned plant. The plant is watching. Yeah, I hope so. People are talking bad on all sides, not just one side. Larry, one of the problems with anytime there's sides declared is that the bad feelings from one side go to the other and back and forth. And it becomes a boiling pot. And we become part of the ingredients in the pot, the rest of us. Although sometimes I'm the one putting the ingredients in there, unfortunately. But I agree that both sides, if they could come together, it would be okay. But I can tell you this, if you're dealing with a narcissist, from what I'm reading, there is no cure and you can't fix it. All you can do is leave it alone and walk away. And there's been several times on here where I've walked away from the subject and then come back, got drawn back in. And one of the favorite things of a narcissist is to make sure that they give enough fodder out there to keep bringing the stuff back so that you come back in and fight. And I guess I'm going to have to ask the Lord to help me in the endeavor of getting further and further away from this thing, because it does no good. There is no good going to come out of this thing over there. I really hate to see how good people are being tore apart, tore down, and how somebody can utilize their finances and their status in the world to step on people just because they can. And that is a part of the narcissist world. It is the whole world for a narcissist. So for you out there that have a chance not to get involved, please do me a favor, don't jump into it like I did with both feet. That was not a good move. And I agree that I need to somehow back out of this thing. I guess I stepped back in a few times because I don't like what they're doing to the people on the outskirts of this battle. And believe me, it is a battle that those that get there in the fight are going to be bloodied. And I feel sorry for them, all of them. And I certainly will pray for everybody that got involved. It says, if you go where you want and go with integrity, you should have nothing but your good to show. Haters going to lie, fib, try to destroy your good, be, and do good anyways. I agree. That's probably the best thing a person can do. I'm not sure how to protect a person that is the recipient of the hatred from these people that have it in their mind to destroy someone because they're weak or because of bad habits they may have, or that they don't measure up to what this person feels they should be. The world of a narcissist is very small because it only revolves around the narcissist himself. And as the circles go out and these people line up or stack up to do or be the minions of this person, because he relies on a lot of this outlying people to do the dirty work for him. And the people out here that are being attacked in the target area, sometimes it's hard not to get in there and try to fight for him. And I realize the only thing you can do is do everything you can to get him away from that circle, get him off the target if you can. I can tell you that the direction, a lot of work that's going on right now within this group, the group that's trying to help out, is to get these people outside of the target area. And if everything goes pretty much like the plans that are put in place, a lot of these people will be outside of the target, and there will be a fence between them and these guys that would do the attacking. It is in there. It is imminent, and it'll be built, and it'll be legal. Okay. And I'm not talking about the physical fence. Oh, by the way, did you guys see Guapo? He's having a ball. Now, I want to tell you something. This is a guy. Now, he got into it with a Kool-Aid guy. And he has went on with life. He's dismissed himself away from that problem. And he is starting a new thing up. If you go on his channel today on the live, you're going to see what he's up to next here. But his life is going on. He's doing it the right way. He's doing it the way that it takes to get away from a narcissist that you've been associated with. And he has got a smile on his face. He's all business today, and he's going to it. My hat is off to Guapo. Man, you have lived up to everything that you said you would do and want. I congratulate you. You are on your way, and you are going to be loved by a lot of people. I could see it in your face and the comments that were in your section. Hats off to you. Let's see. I liked how Lisa Lee pointed out Guapo was genuinely happy and smiling. I don't remember seeing genuine happiness of a genuine smile out of Jeremy. You won't, because most of that is going to be put on only when he has to. Thomas is the only insane one. What do you mean, Ron? I thought he was a good guy. It says message retracted. Okay. I'm glad you did that, Ron. Please come back and let me know that you meant that he is the only one that is sane instead of insane. I'm thinking that the N was supposed to be an S. And I'll apologize to you, Ron, if you come back on and change that N to an S. You can't protect them for us. We have to continue to show we are good, and the bad will show its anger, bitter, and jealous greed for itself. Be like Guapo, be happy. You know, Stats, that's some of the best advice that I think a person could give. If we follow in Guapo's footsteps, I think we can settle a lot of things. But on the other hand, there's people out there right now that are succumbing to the bulldozer effect that's happening with all these people coming down on one person and making it so tough for life. Okay. I'm not sure how to, for myself, I don't know how to put something out there to a shield, a dome like Israel has put over Israel. I'm glad that Thomas knows he does have people that care. We also have seen the good he has done for the community. That's true, Uncle Mo, too. He has done a lot of good. I know that there's probably been times where Thomas got on the wrong side of people around there. And I don't know of anybody that hasn't at one time or not pissed off somebody or a lot of somebody's. Unfortunately, the guy that has the most influence in that little town zeroed in on Thomas, and therefore a lot of the people around him, their opinion is only the opinion that they've been given by their boss. Quite simply, if you work for or around this person with that infliction, you do not really have a say so in the things that you do or say, or even, I mean, it's tough. It's a tough life for those people. It sucks. Those people have a tough time. Oh, let me see. No, the reason nobody's really doing mods out there today, I, you know, I, I'm careful, and I hate to see anybody get involved with uh, trying to protect at this time, because I'm not going to keep this up very long. This what I've got today, but if there's mods out there, Jeremy right now has a fact is going after mods, and I don't want you guys to be scrutinized because of something that I've done or said. It has got to the point now where it's not safe for people that are around some of us creators who have said anything negative and towards the Kool-Aid drinkers. And I'm not sure how we can stop them, if any. And last time I put mods up there, and they did a very good job trying to keep it clear for me. Uh, all I can tell you is, at this point, it's not safe, and there's a lot of reasons. And if you want to read up on a narcissist, uh, I would say before you volunteer to mod for anybody that's on the wrong end of the stick out here, read about narcissists, please. Just look it up and look what happens. There's certain qualities in these people that have that problem of narcissistic problem. When they go after somebody, they zero in on them. They will make your life very miserable, and it is not safe. There's a certain element in these people. What I'd like to point out to you, you remember a while back when this one guy, this woman or man, he had a wife that was pregnant, and he did away with her and his two young children, his two girls. I think the girls he put in a tank, in one of those petrol chemical plants. But this guy was narcissistic, and I forget what type he was, but is one that wants to start a clean slate out. He'd run the gambit of everything he was going to run. And so to clean the slate, he got rid of the people around him, the people that at one time he claimed to love. But a narcissist can't love anybody. They can't. They can feign it, but they can't do it. So that's one reason why I'm a little leery about, especially if one of the mods would happen to live in that area of around Otter Creek. I think it would be a mistake for you to volunteer to try to protect me or anybody else. I'm the one they're going to get mad at, and you as a mod wouldn't deserve to do that. I may change a little later when I lighten up, go on other subjects where I'm not talking about this, but this particular day is one that I'm going to piss off a lot of people out there over just being on here and sticking up for Thomas Collins and talking about some of the wrongs this person may have done. My opinion, this whole program is an opinion by myself, and I don't want you paying the price for my opinion. You guys, I think too much of you. So I don't know how to stress it to you enough, but I did appreciate last time when I had mods up here. And I'd be more than give it to you. It'd be an honor for me to give it to, as far as I'm concerned, I'd give it to most of you up down there because I know on my channel, it's a fairly clean channel. There's very, very seldom that I have to remove somebody. I make it up front that I want you to be decent. If I go back over this and I see something that I don't like, that I don't want to see it in the future, I'll go ahead and remove them so that they can't be on there later on. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Just bear with me a little bit, grit your teeth, and stay away from the Kool-Aid drinkers, if you will. The ones that come on here that decide to attack my opinion, at least you'll be able to see who it is, and you'll know who to stay away from at this point. So part of this is your benefit. Right here, I've got it over here on this side of my screen that I'm looking at. And it takes me a few minutes to see who all is on there, but I'm going to take another look here real quick and see what we got going. It says, some keep trying to tell me what I am, but no one really knows me. I'm a mod, and I protect who I'm mod for. It's integrity thing for me. I understand that, stats. If you go from my channel and you're over on another channel, you could get attacked very easily by that person. But if they really know how close or where you live, you might get doxxed. There's been a few people out there that have unfairly been pointed out to. So let's see. Oh, your wisdom is appreciated, Ray. Thank you, Uncle Mo. If anyone doesn't like the comments, you can block them. Yes, I know that. And that's why I'm saying that I will block them once I go through and look at everything. It says, Ray, are we a cult? I'm not sure, Bill. If you're watching mine, I hope you're not. I'm not part of a cult. If you really want to know, I am Christian. I believe Christ is my Savior. Okay, if that's good enough for you, I don't belong to any cult. None. The Kool-Aid thing, more than anything, when I point that out, it's more of a trying to point out what happened with Jim Jones in Guyana. For you, most of you know, especially if you have any affiliation with any church, you're aware of that story and how it went. And you know what the Kool-Aid was for. So I would never figure out why that guy is so down on Mr. Thomas Collins. The reason he's down on it, on Thomas, is Thomas was using the name of his channel. And he figured that when he was using that name, he was promoting his own channel. And he went after Thomas for it. And I gave him a cease and desist letter. And that's been a breaking point at that point. Thomas actually idolized the Kool-Aid maker when they first met. And he even though he gives out special permission to people use his name in part of his channel out there, he only does it for his own good, not somebody else's. And if it's somebody he don't care for, best thing you can do is stay away from him and walk away. Stay away, walk away. Thomas does not mess with him anymore, and it's a good thing that he doesn't. It's all right to stand up when you have to if the guy gets in your space and you have to protect yourself, do what you have to do. But my advice is stay away from it as far as you can. Philbar, when you read back through comments, if you see me use someone's name with, that's a hint to block them. Okay, I will do that. Thank you very much. Yeah, we do have people that fight with each other. We'll try to keep it a little different on here if we can. Let's see. How disappointing that one man can cause so much damage and fear to affect who you have mod for you. Well, the only thing I can tell you, Vanessa, is that a while back I happened to see him go after some mods. And it wouldn't be fair to ask somebody to come in here and protect my channel if they're going to get attacked for it. Because I know that all of you that are in here, you're in here, you have a good heart. And you don't deserve to have things like that come down on you. And what I will do, I am going to change most of the stuff over to something that's a little lighter because this this story of Otter Creek, I think it's going to come to a head and come to an end very soon. And although there may be more repercussions, I'm not going to get involved with others that come under fire, if you will. They, I'm hoping that I can change my channel over to something that may protect you from getting in something like that. But calling a person out anymore here in the near future will come to an end as soon as I'm sure the legal end is taken care of and the protections are in place that are needed so that people can walk the streets freely without worrying about somebody serving papers on them. Or I just don't want it to get physical. Okay. Court action is okay, but the physical end isn't. And there's some things that I read. I've done a lot of studying on this, the type of people this is, and I've wrote down everything on tablets to see how much I can figure out of how far these traits go and how far back they went and what happens in the future, because these people don't go backwards. They progress to a point where they can become dangerous, my opinion. I've followed some people that have those traits to see what the generalization is, and the outcomes are never good. So for all of you that are getting involved in this stuff, if I could talk you into saying it's okay to watch, but be careful what you say so that you don't bring attention to yourself. Okay. I don't know a good safe way. Just don't get down in the mud and dirt and say things you'll regret later. Let's see. Let's see what else we got here. Concerned Planet. Yes, I'm a protector, Debbie Ellis. Thank you, Debbie. Let's see. Jennifer W. Who do I support? People that are victims themselves. Yes, that sounds great to me. I believe that. Let's hear you sing more. You know what I was thinking about saying was, I was going to put a song up today. Have you ever heard that one called Marie Laveau? Down in the swamps about Marie Laveau. Well, sometime here in the next week, I'm going to put it up. We'll dedicate it to that special person at the council meeting that was taking camera shots of Thomas. How's that? And you'll know what I'm doing. I'm just going to put it up there for your enjoyment, but that's who it's to or for. Okay? Narcissist is a dangerous person. That's correct. A cat in the corner. You can believe that. Oh, let's see. Okay, where are we going here? One thing I want to warn you guys about. One of the narcissist things that comes up is they will become the victim when you attack. Okay. And I've seen you guys mention something about it in here. And that is very true. When you attack, they will play the part of the victim and turn it back on you. And that's part of their repertoire of weapons. And very quickly, they go on the attack and they justify it because you attacked them. No matter why you did, they're going to go after you, and they justify it to all their minions because they are the ones that are the victim, and it gives them everything they want to go after somebody else. That is part of being a narcissist. Be very careful how you look at it. Don't think that the people that went after him were in the wrong. The only wrong thing they did was get involved in the first place. They should have walked away. And I'm telling you, the people that have to deal with these guys or women, that, it happens to both men and women. Uh, they'll tell you that there is no way to cure it or make it better that they can find. And with age, these guys get smarter, or these women and guys, they get smarter and easier to hide some of the traits. And by the time you find them out, you're captured. They use everything they can to make you adhere to their control. And if they don't have 100% control, you're in trouble. They will turn everything against you if you even call out anything, any blemish. They'll turn it on you. They're exactly good to spin it around back on you. So, oh, we need to watch GH to debunk the lies. Yes. What you need to do is warn people to stay away from. Don't get caught up in the web. If you enjoy the things on a channel, because lockers, quite frankly, it's kind of fun to watch the treasures as they come out. And some of them are true to life, and some of them aren't. Some of them are staged, but that's part of being entertainment anyway. Is staging something. I don't mind that part. The part I don't like is the people that are involved with trying to hurt other people. That's the best way I can put it. Not everyone gets smarter with age. Well, Ed, I want to tell you, a narcissist gets better at what they're doing with age. By the time they get up to Kool-Aid maker's age, they pretty well got it all down pat. And if you look back for the last 10 years, you'll see that it's progressed. And he's very good at it. Oh, let's see. I felt so horrible for Thomas. That was such a disgusting move Deanna made. I agree. It says here, I grew up in the 70s in a town called Chesmer, and it was just like Otter Creek, exactly. I understand what these guys are doing, and it sucks. They got to be so careful. Hi, Ray. Everyone else, yes, have wondered what's happening with Thomas. He's back on there. He put up a video today, so go back and look at him. Who is the Kool-Aid man? Well, David, if you look around at some of the things from Otter Creek, some of the videos, you're going to find out real quick. Like I say, I only give out my opinion as much as I can. Obviously, just using somebody's name sometimes, they would try to pull something out of the hat and get you with it. I don't know. Oh, where do you want me to send screenshots? Oh my, don't get in a fight with each other. I watch all the old Storage Hunters. Shows that they are one of my favorite TV channels. Let's see. He knows a whole lot about nothing, and a narcissist. I don't know if you could change this. I don't think so at all, man. I don't think so. Ray, what's up, man? Oh, Mr. Fisherman. Yeah, it's pretty easy. If people go on YouTube, they can find out about narcissists and the different traits they have. There's 4 main traits. There's a lot of signs. And some people actually have almost all of them. So, Julie, hi. I see you on there. Let's see, Amber. I was with a narcissist for 4 years. Almost didn't make it out alive. I believe you, Amber. Narcissists are very hard on their female partners. You can tell sometimes by the isolation that happens between the narcissist that happens to be married or living with somebody. Very soon the families will be disengaged from each other. There'll be a distance there that over time becomes further and further apart. And A narcissist, unless you have their permission, you won't be around your family for very long or very much. So keep it in mind if you give your heart to one of these people, and it doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man, uh, they will separate you from your family eventually. And the smile on your face will start disappearing when you're around other people and you're with this person because they don't like it if you show emotion when you're in a crowd with other people. And the other part is the people in the crowd have to give that person, the narcissist, the attention, not you. So you have to be get used to being second fiddle. And if you're willing to do that, well, then you may have found your partner for life. I don't know. My advice to you, though, is before you get caught up in the web, is find an exit and leave. And this woman here that had 4 years with somebody was able to find a way to leave. And I congratulate her on that. Oh, I'm about over, fisherman. Sometime in the next 10 minutes, I will be out of here. I got to go in and get ready for my supper. Got impression that the guy moved into such a small community to overtake and rename it to his liking. It's funny you say that, Karen, because yesterday I actually was thinking about that, and I was wondering what he might rename it. If he can get the town charter taken away, okay, and it becomes county under the county care, there's always a possibility that he could run around and get it renamed. And I would think, I'm not sure, it would probably have his name in there somewhere. He would love to have a town named after him. But I want to remind you, he's a big fish in a small pond. Now, the big fish will eat all the smaller fish, except for the ones that are following behind him and cleaning up the mess. Does that make sense? You see, this guy, he's going around picking on people. We don't know who's next. And he's got people cleaning up behind him, right? Okay. When he cleans out the pond and they're all gone, except for those that are cleaning behind him, who do you think he's going to feed on next? Think about that a little bit. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Anything else here? Otter Creek can be renamed Germsville. You're right, Ed. It could very well be the name of it. I don't know if he likes the name Germ, though. He seems to, he doesn't say too much about that on his show. Whoa. It will never happen. JH has no clue how connected to the surrounding towns are. Well, see, Deanna, thanks. I'm still kind of going through it. I'm out, though. Let's see. Ed Helix, it says message retracted. Okay, Ed, I don't know what you retracted. I know you're the one that had, I asked you to remove the one letter and put your meetings back up. Is that what you meant, Ed? No, I didn't remove your message, but I'm sure somebody did, or maybe you did. I don't know. This is only my, I believe, my second live stream, Bearded Fisherman. You ordered, okay, Rebecca, you ordered a T-shirt from Guapo? It's always better to agree to disagree. Yep, and I seen that on TV today, on a show on TV. So somebody said that. Well, I hate to say this, but I think I better get off the live stream. It's time for me to go in. My wife's probably about ready to shoot me. I wasn't going to get on here for very long, but the big reason I got on here was I wanted to send everybody to Thomas's channel. So uh, the Country Life with Thomas Collins out there. If you can go to his channel, I'd appreciate it. And listen, I appreciate all of you coming on here and giving me your thoughts on here in the chat. Most of you are great job out there. For you guys that don't like me or the things I say, life sucks for you probably. It isn't that you have to agree with everything I say, but when you go on the attack of somebody just because you don't particularly care for them or what they stand for, hopefully you'll find a door open and see a little better light, and that you'll see that I have no ill intent. I just want to change the way you treat each other. That's the big thing. And nobody deserves to have an entire town come on them, down on them. I know years ago, if the people were bad enough, they usually were run out of town. Very seldom were the police involved or anything else. But if we put as much energy into helping some of those that are down and out as we do of attacking, sometimes those people can get up on their own 2 feet and be a good citizen. And those of you that have followed my channel know that I did attack somebody. I took them down to the lowest level I could, including their family, and I brought them back. And with the help of the Lord, I was able to right the wrong that I created. And that has been kind of a guiding light for a lot of things I've done since then. That mean trait from back in those years really haunted me a long time. And that person that I took down ended up being one of my best friends. And until him and his wife have passed away now, and I still miss them. They were good friends. I wish I would have never attacked them when I was in business, and made such a hardship on that family. Even though it was a short time, I'm sure they all remembered it probably till the end. It's not a good feeling to attack somebody and do that to them when you look back on it. All I can say is you got to face the Lord someday, and you will pay for that. You will. That's why I'm against vigilante type attacks. I don't know what better way to put it, but for all of you that have followed me today, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. May the Lord bless all of you that are out there trying so hard. And all I can say is goodbye. Come on back. Let's all try to be nice people if we can. I'm trying very hard not to be on the attack. My sole interest is let's put this thing to bed as quickly as we can. I don't know what all is coming. Everybody out there is trying to guess what either side is going to do this weekend. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have an inkling. I know what my thoughts are, of what my wishes are. And if they come true, I'll be a happy person. I can walk away from this thing and never look back. From then on, I'm going to stick with the singing and the good things in life that I've been able to enjoy for the last little better than 15 years since I retired. So to all of you out there, good afternoon, and hope you have a great weekend, what's left of it. We'll see you all later. Have a great day, evening.